محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد أفضل صلواتك بعدد معلوماتك وبارك وسلم وصلي عليه. So in the previous ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala related the story of Nuh, Hud, Saleh, Lut, and also of Musa alayhi salawatu wa taslimat. And these 5 stories, that was regarding takhweef dunyawi, threat with worldly azab, threat or warning with worldly azab, that how Allah destroyed these nations in this world. And then he posed a question, akuffarukum khairum min ulaikum, that your disbelievers are better than these guys? No, they are the same or even worse. So what do they think? What will happen to them? The same thing. Got it? And now, the same takhweef or warning, when he mentioned takhweef dunyawi, so now he is giving takhweef ukhrawi. If nothing happened to such like people in this world, for sure it will happen to them in the hereafter. Got it? So that's called takhweef ukhrawi, a threat or warning about azab in the hereafter. So ayah number 47. Innal mujrimina fi zalalin wa sughur. Verily the mujrimin, the criminals, fi zalalin wa sughur, they are in error, wa sughurin. So even though all the translators, they have given the apparent meaning to word sughur, and sughur mean flames. Sughur mean flames. But in the story of Sayyidina Saleh, the people of Samud said, Abasharan wahidan minna nattabi'uhu. Should only one single man we should follow? Inna izalla fi zalalin wa sughur. If we will do that, so that will be a manifest error wa sughur. The same word is mentioned there. We will be in manifest error. So there, we did not mean it that was sughur, that we will be in flames. There we said that we will be in madness. We will be in madness. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he used the word in the same way. Nobody has given this meaning, you should write it. Innal mujrimina fi zalalin, verily the criminals are in manifest error, wa sughurin, and in madness. That those who went astray of the path of Allah, got it? Those who went astray of the path of Allah, yes, they are lunatic. They are lunatic. يَوْمَ يُصْحَبُونَ فِي النَّارِ عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ, the day when they will be dragged in the fire عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ, on their faces, not on their back. Look, they will not be dragged there like this. They will be dragged like this. Furthermore, humiliation. يَوْمَ يُصْحَبُونَ فِي النَّارِ, the day when they will be dragged فِي النَّارِ, in the fire عَلَى وُجُوهِهِمْ, on their faces. What? On their faces. ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرَ, and it will be said to them, ذُوقُوا مَسَّ سَقَرَ, taste you to touch the touch of hell. Taste. How it tastes. Taste the touch of hellfire. How it tastes. Got it? Yes. Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. So now this is an answer to their objection and rejection. So their rejection was, oh, does it make sense? We will be having a new life and we would be recompensed. Got it? So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the very beginning, he puts forward a scientific or philosophical concept that the whole world which we created, it did not happen all of a sudden automatically. Yes. Inna kulla shayin khalaqnahu biqadar. Everything we have created with a specific measurement. Got it? Everything we have created. So it means that every single particle is in our control. And someone who has the same control in creation or regarding creation, do you think that he cannot recreate? This is the way how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala approached them. Got it or not? Yes. Yes. Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. So when you will study matter, yes, that how the world happened, how it existed. So you will see there the philosophers, they are running like crazy here and there. Yes, matter. What was that matter? What was that? So they said these were in shape of particles. That was in shape of molecules flying here and there. Yes, and suddenly they got together and the world happened. Suddenly they got together and the world happened. So in my philosophy book, I have put a question. These particles were all alike? Yes. So if they say no, not all alike, so where from the variety comes then? Get it? That's number one. And number two, if particles and molecules were all alike, so where from when they got together? So after iltiam, how I got the shape of a human and that other animal got the shape of a donkey? Got it, not it? And in this regard, we are going for one specific scientific, nobody will refuse him, and that is Isaac Newton. Who? Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton, he mentioned one thing. It doesn't make sense that two things are moving in the space. Two things are moving in the space, having a connection to each other without any third thing in between. Got it? Yes. Once again. Yes. What I said, if somebody memorized it.
Doesn't make sense that two things
in the space? Huh? Yeah. That two things in the space are moving, having connection to each other without having a third thing in between. Yeah. So he said, for sure, there is a third thing. And that third thing, we say that's Allah. Yes. Got it? Because he's talking about matter. He's talking about what? Matter. But he says that there is something in between matter, yes, which makes this connection of this particle to this particle, of this entity to this entity. What is that? Is Tawheed and Deen and divine rules are not his subject. That's why he does not talk furthermore. Yes, he stops there. This is wrong to say that scientists do not believe in Allah. Allah is not their subject. Yes. Say it like this. Why we are putting science against Islam and Deen? Got it? Got it or not it? Opposition, it will come when both are in the same subject, in the same field. Got it? So that's why they say that something which is not felt or seen, or which is not tested in laboratory, we have nothing to do with that, whether it exists or it does not. Yes, the scientists themselves, they say that. Yes, but unfortunately, number one, in Christianity, when in Christianity in 18th century, they put, yes, the scientific invention against their religion. Got it? Yes. They put it on fight with each other. And that's why whenever any scientist find out any concept and he said it, so they burnt him. Yes or not? Yes. Thousands of people, especially in Spain, almost they burnt 18,000 people. Yes, because he gave a new idea. He was making a research in the word of Allah, and he gave, yes, some of them, they got burnt because he said that blood is circulating inside the human body, and that is the source of life. That source of life. So they said, yes, because their approach was very superficial. Source of life is God. So this guy, he is an infidel. He's good. So they burnt him. God. So anyhow, and they were given the poison cup to drink it. And all that was taking place under the umbrella of church. And therefore, the hatred existed that the church, yes, was against science. And science was against church. Got it?
Yes.
So at that time, some reformers, they stood up and they said, back to the basics. They said what? Back to the basics. So they tried to put the church as a leader to the modern world. But as the church was or got defamed because of their past and their history, fighting with the scientific research and scientific invention, got it? So these guys were called as orthodox. These guys were called as like John Martin and John Luther and all these reformers. Got it? So they got the title of what? Orthodox. And therefrom, a new movement stood up that there is no any relation between church and state. If we will put the worldly affairs behind the church, yes, we will get lost. Everything will go away. No research, no invention, no science, nothing like this. So they say the best thing is separate church and state. Yes, and therefrom the ideology came fundamentalism. That anybody who is thinking of that deen is the base of state and government, he is a fundamentalist. Is what? He is fundamentalist. Got it?
Yes.
So in my book, I have written Islam Objections and Answers. That Islam has nothing to do with that type of fundamentalism. It encouraged the science and scientific research. Got it, Professor? Got it, not it, cut it, shot it, bought it, or what it? That's good, okay. Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Verily we have created all things biqadarin, with a specific measurement. With what? Specific measurement. Where the sky stands, that is the measurement. Where the earth is and floats, that is the measurement. Where the sun, moon, stars are there, these are the measurement. Where the sea is there and flows, that is the measurement. So everything is based upon a proper measurement. Illa kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. So now, when we created it, yes, on a specific measurement, so it will be time bound as well. It will be time bound as well. When that is space bound, so that will be time bound as well. Because space and the time, it both goes along with. Got it or not it? So if that is place bound, so that is space bound, so that is time bound as well. Got it? And time binding means that everything has a predestined law in this regard. Got it? It has what? A predestined law that everything will appear in its specific time. Yes, everything will disappear in its specific time because it has the capability up till that time. Got it or not? And the same rules are taking place in inventions. Yes, that this tube or this bulb, that is for $1,000, and this one for $5,000. Yes, and when they say that for lifetime, it doesn't mean that until the day of judgment. No, it's lifetime. We have to find out how much its lifetime is. Not your lifetime. Maybe you will be living for 1 year. Yes, because who knows who's going to die. Now you got it. Professor, this is but a matter of philosophy. No, the philosophy is as soft as professors said it. Razwan, you're not feeling good? Huh? Okay. So it means the flu means nothing. That's not a disease. It is said that in a hadith that Prophet ﷺ was sitting along with his Sahaba. So one Sahabi came and another Sahabi shook hand with. They had a very close association and friendship, but he did not show that warmth to him as he used to. So Prophet ﷺ felt it and he said, what's going on? Something happened. Yes, got it? Because you did not show that excitedness as you used to, this friend of yours. So he said that he did not visit me, I was not feeling good. So he said, what was going on? He said that my eyes were itching and watery and redness. You know I mean? My eyes were not feeling good. So Prophet ﷺ smiled and he said, Ramadullah, that's not such a disease that people will be visiting others. That what happened to Nasim? Yes. Yeah, let's visit Nasim because he is very soft. And he feels every little thing very badly. Got it? Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Verily we created all things with qadar. Wa ma amruna illa wahidatun. So qadar, literally it has a few meaning. Number one, measurement. Number two, estimation. Number three, power. Number four, writing, inscribing. Number six, predestination. So all these things are meant there in the issue of taqdeer. In the issue of taqdeer, preordained divine law. Because we believe in taqdeer, that things will happen according to the taqdeer of Allah. Doesn't matter how big you made the efforts, but things will come according to the taqdeer of Allah. Yes. So yesterday I told one scientist type of guy that look, we are bound for tadbir. We are bound for tadbir. But we are bound. Yeah, we are bound for tadbir. But we are bound of taqdeer. You know what I'm saying? That you are bound to plan. You are bound to plan. Otherwise, why Allah has given you the aql? It doesn't make sense. It's a useless thing. As I told you that Plutarch, a philosopher, he said that I think, it means that I exist. Yes, I think, it means that I exist. Got it? Or you can say like this, that I exist because I think. So somebody who does not think, he does not exist. Got it? And somebody who thinks a lot like Nasim, so he exists too much. He exists more than what he is. Darjan? Yes. We need someone to make jokes with. Yes. And Nasim is a good guy. He does not feel bad, so that's why. Huh? Don't eat him. He's not an eatable commodity. He's not a candy. Allah Akbar. Bilal, how are you? So we are bound for tadbir, but we are bound of taqdeer. And the hadith which I do mention time and again, that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-mu'minu al-qawiyyu khairun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-za'if." A strong believer, what? A strong believer is better and beloved to Allah than a weak believer. So this one sentence of the Prophet means that a Muslim must be strong in every aspect. Got it? In his faith, he must be strong. In his actions, must be strong. In his character, must be strong. Got it? Yes. So now all those who have jealousy, greed, exploitation, abusing, yes, frauding, defrauding, lying, and all these, it means that they are not strong in character. They are not strong in character. As I told you, that three powers are needed for each and every single Muslim. Number one, the power of knowledge regarding deen. So power of knowledge regarding deen means that whatever Allah and Prophet Muhammad said, that is in its proper place. Yes, without any reservation. That is what? In its proper place. That is called quwwat ilmi, power of what? And number two, quwwat amali, strength in action. And strength in action is that it has become his nature. Proper action has become his nature. Got it? And number three, strength in character. And strength in character means that he is adopting and practicing noble character. Doesn't mean somebody is praising him or he is condemning him. Yes, he doesn't care. So it means he is a strong man. And if you did something good and you are looking here and there that who will appreciate me, it means you are not a strong man, you are very weak. You are looking a support for your character from outside. Yes, you are looking for a jumper. You are looking for what? Because your engine is not working properly. Yes. So again, Mr. Ahmad, this is but a matter of philosophy. Yes. So now, inshallah, we are very close to Khatam. Next time when we start, so the whole Quran will be philosophical. Yes, because now you understand. Now you understand. And that tafsir, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us life for good. Give us life for, yes, for good mean until the day of judgment. That's another interpretation of for good. For doing something good or for good. Yeah. Harsh. But you are not going to marry anyway, so you will be studying Quran. Or you want to marry? Okay, that's good. No, so you and Suhail or what? So here is Suhail.
He's studying.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Nice to hear Suhaila.
So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-mu'min al-qawiyyu khairun wa habbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-za'if." A strong believer is better, and he is beloved to Allah than a weak mu'min. That we should not give any priority to a disbeliever upon a believer, even though the believing man is a weak one. Got it?
Yes.
Because that is just like, look, belief is just like root, but disbelief is just like uprooted. So uprooted tree doesn't matter how beautiful that is, soon it will dry. Soon it will dry. Yes, and a rooted plant doesn't matter how weak that is. Yes, soon or later he will get into strength. Now you got it or not?
Yes.
This is but a matter of, yes. Naseem, you don't like these philosophical approaches. Huh? Yes. So that's what I told you, that whatever you find, whatever book or paper or whatever piece, because sometimes, yes, in the old newspaper, I find such a philosophical concept that it makes one of my concept very easy. That this one saying is more than enough. Who said it? Descartes. Who said it? Spencer. Who said it? Mr. So-and-so. Yes. So in each field, the expert one is to be given a due respect. Doesn't matter he is a Muslim or he is a non-Muslim. Got it? Because all of them, they are the students of Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato. These are three great names. In philosophy, these are professors, these are three great names, three generations. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Got it?
Yes.
And I was reading about them that, oh, Plato, he admired Socrates. Yes, that he was not speaking in front of him too much. And Aristotle, yo, he was in love with Plato. Yes, he was rushing to his shoes when he was standing up. Got it? So this respect to elder, respect to teacher, that is actually a human practice or humanitarian practice. That's not only Islamic practice. Yeah, Islam actually is promote what? Humanity and humanitarian norms and values. That is the case. Arash, yes. So Rizwan is fine. Should we arrange you some medicine or not?
No.
Okay. Because Mr. Ahmad is there. He has emergency kit. Yes. Mr. Ahmad, you did not make up your mind? Not yet. You're not a good listener. You're not a good listener. Any news there from? He submitted the passports or not? Maybe. Huh? Confirming who?
He hasn't confirmed it.
Okay, no, now I'm asking about our passports.
The whole group is together. So.
Okay. So if he is not, then we are not going?
No, we have instances at the room.
Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, wa fi kullin khair. And then he said, ihras ala ma yanfa'uka. Be anxious and eager regarding a beneficial thing, whatever are benefit to you. So be eager and anxious and go ahead. Wala tajaz. The word has a few meaning. Wala tajaz, never show weakness. Just make decision. Just make what? Decision. Imam Ghazali, he has written a few things that every human he need a few powers. Number one, quwwat shahwi, the power of whims and desires and libido. Otherwise, he would be considered as namard. Yes. And namard is a credit or that's a debit? That's a debit. Got it?
Yes.
And number two, quwwat ghadabi. Everybody must have a power of anger. Otherwise, he would be considered dalla. Yes. If he does not have anger, so it means that he is a, yes. So there is a joke. Zaramat, look at me. One bidwan means someone who is living in deserts. Yes. He came to the city. And as you know that in desert there is no Jummah and Friday prayer and speeches of ulama and things like that. Got it?
Yes.
So he was in the cities that was Friday time and Friday prayer. So he went there listening to the alim. He was enjoying it because very rarely he had listened to the ulama. And he was talking about muttaqi and muttaqi and muttaqi, the pious one and the pious one and the piety and the pious one. This was a simple man. He didn't know what is pious one and pious. Who's that? Who is that guy? Where can I meet him? Yes, Imam Sahib praised him a lot. So after prayer, he asked someone that Imam Sahib was talking about pious. He said that where can I meet him? Where he is? He said, no, that's not a specific guy. That's a title and quality. He said, what type of quality, how I will come to know that he is pious or this is. So he said, like the one who is not doing bad. He said, like what bad? And he is doing good. He said, like what good? So the guy was explaining and things like that. The guy who does not have like the greed. He said, okay, what type of greed? We have it to eat, we have to drink. Yes, he was getting confused. So in the end, the guy told him, Pice is that guy. If you will leave him alone with a very pretty girl in a lonely place the whole night, he will not look at her at all. To he is the pious one. He said, oh, in our area we call him impotent. Now 50% of your disease is gone. Yes. You a free dose. Yes. Arash, you liked it?
That's fine, yes.
No, this is not funny, this is honey. Our pious one came. So Prophet ﷺ said, Ihras ala ma yanfa'uka wa la ta'jaz. Ihras ala ma yan. So the third power Imam Ghazali mentioned, he said, Quwwat Faisala. Yes, power of decision. Because some people, they don't have the power to decide. Yes?
Yes.
Yes or not? The situation is like you have to decide. You are going this way or this way. Let me think. For how long? Let me think. Yes. So he said, Quwwat Faisala, mean power of decision, that's also needed in human. Otherwise, he will lose a lot of things. Got it?
Yes.
So Prophet ﷺ said, Ihras ala ma yanfa'uka wa la ta'jaz. Don't show weakness. Number two, wa la ta'jaz. Don't turn around. Go ahead. Why you are making a U-turn? And number three, wa la ta'jaz. Ajaz means stupidity or foolishness. Prophet ﷺ says, something is a benefit for you, and you can do it. Got it? So don't do foolishness. Just go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. And sometime with going ahead, it was today I was reading in a newspaper that somewhere in Western world, I think in Australia or in Canada, there was a guy. So he was chain smoker. And his wife said that either you will say bye-bye to smoke or say bye-bye to me. Yeah. So he said bye-bye to smoke. But then he was getting fat day by day and he was unable to do anything. And the whole day he was in front of TV and just eating and not going out for anything. And his wife told him that if you cannot work, at least just go and walk for an hour. What's going on? I will arrange a crane for you or what? Yes. So she was pushing him and she said, go. Yes. And he went out. And he said, okay. So now when she pushed me out, so I have to climb over the mountain and come down. Going. Yeah. So he was climbing, so he saw a shining metal and he picked it up. When he brought it and took it to the jeweler, he said that this is pure gold and it was 3 kilograms. Yeah. So the newspaper in the news, they had made a joke that sometimes you have to listen to your wife. Yes. If gold is there, we will listen 24/7. Huh? Naveed? Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Maybe the guy will ask her, push me again. Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Verily we have created all things biqadar. So Prophet ﷺ says, Wala ta'jaz, and don't show foolishness. Got it? Yes. You are a Muslim, wasta'in billah. Whatever you planned and whatever you see that's a benefit for you. So just ask the help of Allah. That I am going to do that, oh Allah help me. Because a moment has to ask the help of Allah. Wa in asabaka shay'un. But Prophet ﷺ says, if the result did not come to your whims and desires or to your wishes, وَإِنْ أَصَابَكَ شَيْءٌ. So you are a believer, you are not a disbeliever. فَقُلْ مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَمَا قَدَرَ. So say that what Allah willed and what Allah decreed. This is qadar. فَقُلْ مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَمَا قَدَرَ. That what Allah willed and what Allah decreed. وَلَا تَقُلْ لَوْ إِنْ فَعَلْتُ كَذَا وَكَذَا لَكَانَ كَذَا وَكَذَا. Never say, if I would have done it like this, it would have been like this. If I would have done this, it would have been like فَإِنَّ كَلِمَةَ لَوْ تَفْتَحُ بَابَ الشَّيْطَانِ. This weakness of yours will give an access to Satan. He will be playing with you. What a beautiful hadith this is. Yes. This is a very beautiful hadith. Yes, Professor? So it means you planned because you were bound for. Yes, but it did not happen to your desire because you are bound by taqdeer. You are bound by what? By taqdeer. Inna kulla shay'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Verily we have created all things with qadar. وَمَا أَمْرُنَا إِلَّا وَاحِدَةٌ. Our commandment is but one. كَلَمْحٍ بِالْبَصَرِ. As the twinkling of an eye. Whatever we decide, it does not take time. Whatever we decide, it does not take. We are not planning along for something to happen. We say be, and that is. So that's just like the twinkle of eye. وَمَا أَمْرُنَا إِلَّا. So if we will decide a specific people to get destroyed, yes, it doesn't mean that we will bring our troops and then we will bring our drones and then we will bring our tanks and then we will bring our Kalashnikov and the Shaka and Pashpasha and Zikoyak and yes, and Cheloyak. Now you don't know because sometime back it was very well known in our area. We were small boys at that time. Mr. Ahmad was living here, so he didn't know even. Yes. So those who were busy there, they know everything. وَمَا أَمْرُنَا إِلَّا وَاحِدَةٌ كَلَمْحٍ بِالْبَصَرِ وَلَقَدْ أَهْلَكْنَا أَشْيَاءَكُمْ. And indeed we have destroyed your likes. We have destroyed you, people like you. وَلَقَدْ أَهْلَكْنَا أَشْيَاءَكُمْ. And indeed we have destroyed your likes. فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. So is there anyone to take an admonition? As I told you in Chester side, yes, they take a lesson. What? Take a lesson from the mistakes of other. Maybe you will never do yourself. If you are waiting, I will do a mistake, then I will take, then you will be too late. So you saw someone who did a mistake and he faced the result. So you should not do that mistake. And that's what Abu Hanifa said, Rahmatullahi alayhi, that مَا لَقِيتُ أَحَدًا إِلَّا تَعَلَّمْتُ عَنْهُ. I have never met in my lifetime, anybody, but I learned something from everyone. I learned something from everyone. So Qazi Abu Yusuf Rahmatullahi alayhi, he asked, from an ignorant person, from a stupid and foolish person? He said, I learned from him as well. So Abu Yusuf asked him, what you were learning from such like foolish people? He said, foolishness, not to do that. Yes, he was doing foolishness, so I learned from him that I will not do that because the result is bad. Got it or not?
Yes.
Yes. And that's what I told you, that Coelho Pyro, another philosopher. His name is what? Coelho Pyro. So Coelho Pyro, he said, there is nothing known as a mistake, but you have to take a lesson from. If you will not, it will repeat itself. Beautiful saying? Or not? No, John? If somebody did a mistake, yes, and crossing over the red light, crossing over, and got into accident, that's a mistake. But you have to take a lesson from. What? Not to do it again. Not to, if you will not take a lesson from, you will do it again. This mistake will repeat itself. So you should write it, Coelho Pyro. Professor, you like this saying of Coelho Pyro? That nothing is a mistake, but you have to take a lesson from, or to learn from. Otherwise, it will repeat itself. And that's what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا يلدغ المؤمن من جحر واحد مرتين. That a mu'min will never be bitten twice from the same hole. What a beautiful saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A true believer will never be bitten from the same hole twice, or twice from the same hole. He will take care. If he got bitten once, yes. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it regarding a poet of Makkah, Abu Azza. His name was what? Abu Azza. And he used to say bad things against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, against Muslims and even their families. Got it? And that was against the human norms, to talk about the woman of others. To talk about the woman of others. Yes. If woman is bad, so that is not her badness. Yes. Her Mia is Dalla. Got it? But not to speak and talk about woman directly in a bad way. But that shair and poet, he used to gather people and saying bad things against the Muslim women and yes, making fun of them. And you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So in Battle of Badr, he got imprisoned by the Muslims, prisoner of war. So he started crying to the Prophet ﷺ that I have only daughters and nobody is there to take care of them. If you will show mercy to and kindness. So Prophet ﷺ, when he was crying and he was talking about his daughter, that I don't have any son or any brother or cousin to take care of my daughter. So Prophet ﷺ released him. Just go, but what you are doing, don't do that. Yes, don't do that. That's a foolishness. That's way too much. So he gave a word to the Prophet ﷺ, next in future, I will never do it. But when he went there, that was his only job. He was earning through. That was his only business. He was earning through. So again he started. So in the Battle of Uhud, once again he got imprisoned. So this time again he started crying to the Prophet ﷺ, please, my daughters, they are all alone. Nobody is there to take care of them. So at that moment, Prophet ﷺ said, لا يلدغ المؤمن من جحر واحد مرتين. A true believer will never get bitten twice from the same hole. Yes. Got it? So I gave you the background of that saying of the Prophet ﷺ. Yes, and what a golden word this is. Yes, he looked at Abu Azza and he said, لا يلدغ المؤمن من جحر واحد مرتين. And he said to Sayyidina Ali, take him out. Yes. Take him out and send him to the hellfire. Naseem, you have that nature, but you don't have the feet. Naveed John, how are you? That is good. وَلَقَدْ أَهْلَكْنَا أَشْيَاعَكُمْ, and indeed we have destroyed your likes. So keep in view those 5 nations which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned before. The people of Noah, the people of Samud, the people of Ad, the people of Lot, and the people of Pharaoh. Got it? 5 nations are mentioned before in the same surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referred to their destruction. And there he said, Akufarukum khairum min ulaikum. These your shaitans, they are better than them. I will never spare them, because I did not spare those people also. And here he said, they were the like of you, we destroyed them. وَلَقَدْ أَهْلَكْنَا أَشْيَاءَكُمْ, and indeed we have destroyed your likes. فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ, so is there anyone to take or receive admonition therefrom? وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ فَعَلُوا فِي الزُّبُرِ, and everything which they have done فِي الزُّبُرِ, that is noted in the records. This is another threat to them, that you cannot say that file get lost. No, file will never get lost. Everything is there on record. وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ فَعَلُوا فِي الزُّبُرِ, and everything they have done, that is in record. وَكُلُّ صَغِيرٍ وَكَبِيرٍ مُسْتَطَرٍ. In Pakistan now they are the ID. Naveed, they are giving the IDs. What? The ID. Identification card. Yes? So they are giving an ID and they will ask you that you are looking for a regular card or you are looking for a smart card. Yes? So smart card, it has a chip. It has what? A chip. And through chip, they do follow you. So actually, mostly the business people, the business people, they are asking for a smart card. Yes. So if they got abducted or hijacked, yes, if they got hijacked, so the police trace them. Yes, through that chip. So everything is on record. Got it? But whatever you are doing through that card, that's on your record. That's what. When they will slide it, so everything there on the screen. So it means that the angels are making your chip. Yes. When Allah will slide it on the day of judgment, everything will be on the record. This is but a matter of yes. وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ فَعَلُوا فِي الزُّبُرِ, and everything which they have done, that is in the records. وَكُلُّ صَغِيرٍ وَكَبِيرٍ مُسْتَطَرٍ, and everything small and big is written there. And mustatar, satar mean lines. Satar mean what? Line. But here it means sequence. That every small and big thing is written in sequence. Yes? Date and time. Date and time, second by second. What was the date today? Huh? 16? Yes. So March 16, 10 o'clock. This is what you have done, good or bad. 10:01, this is what you have done. 10:02, this is what you have done. That will be in sequence. That is such a nice computer that everything will go through its own column. Yes, and it will come out in sequence. That's what Allah says, وَكُلُّ صَغِيرٍ وَكَبِيرٍ مُسْتَطَرٍ. إِنَّ الْمُتَّقِينَ فِي جَنَّاتٍ وَنَهَرٍ. As I told you in the Usul al-Tafsir or in methodology. Yes, Inzar and Tabshir. Inzar and Tabshir. That in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He warns, later on He gives a happy tiding or a glad tiding. Or when He gives a glad tiding, right after that He gives a warning. Which means not to give up. Not to give up and not to be too much excited and to be balanced. And to be balanced. Otherwise, if only warning would be given, so people will give off. That we know the result. Yes, we know the result, the hellfire, because everywhere there is warning. And if there's a glad tidings only, so people will say, who cares? Yes, Basharat is there. You'll go to Jannah. Innal muttaqina fi jannatin wa nahar. Verily the pious people will be in the midst of gardens and rivers. Fi maqadi sidqin, and garden and rivers. And as you know, that first of all, everybody is thinking of shelter. Yes or not? And he is thinking of his basic necessities. Gardens and rivers and fountains and all these luxuries. Yes, that is after necessity and needs. After what? Necessity and need. So Allah mentioned it that those who have a lot, they are making castle. And in castle, they are making a ranch. In ranch, they are making garden. In garden, they have the gushing fountain and the flowing water. Yes, and the fall of water or something like that. So it means luxurious life. Innal muttaqina fi jannatin wa nahar. Verily the pious people will be in the midst of garden and river. Fi maqadi sidqin inda malikin muqtadir, in a seat of truth near the omnipotent King Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the brief summary of Surah Qamar is that Shaqqul Qamar, are splitting asunder of the moon. That is a sign of the day of resurrection. But mindset people, they will never believe in any miracle. The people of Noah, Ad, Samud, people of Lot and Pharaoh, they got destroyed because of their rejection and refusal. When you have the same way and attitude, result will not be different therefrom. Also, on the day of judgment, punishment would be given to such like people. And the pious people, they will be in a nice place. So far tonight, that's enough. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasuli Muhammad wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma rabbana asina aqibatana fil umuri kulliha wa ajirna min khizyi dunya wa azabil akhirah. Wa sallallahu ta'ala. Ya Allah.